with the streaming and the noise and the glavin and stuff and the streaming and the twitching and the... Okay,
it
we have
looks like you have a
audio.
Nissan ad.
Well, you have a Nissan ad. I do not get ads because it's my channel. All right. All right, streaming on Dementia Radio now and recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast, brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hey, Devo Spice!
Hey, Luke Ski!
We have Worm Quartet in the house, y'all!
Hello.
I was waiting for it to switch to him, and it didn't. That's stupid.
Hi!
There you go.
Is that better?
Much
No?
better.
Still didn't switch to me.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did. It totally did.
Okay.
Welcome
things.
to episode 676 of the Funny Music Podcast for Thursday, June 1st, 2023. Title of this week's episode is Impolite Waves, and your job is to work that into our conversations somehow. I just put it in the chat. Sorry for the late start tonight, folks. It was around 3:30, 4 o'clock, I think, when I got a text from my wife saying, "Hey, Jeremy has a concert tonight you have to go to at 6 o'clock." I'm like, fine. So, kind of screwed up all my plans for this evening. I still have to do this month's FuMP accounting after the show tonight so that these two idiots can be paid. All right.
There was a sick pit.
That
though.
would be nice, because the only food in my house is Cocoa Pebbles and Ruffles potato chips.
What, you don't have the new Kit Kat cereal? What is wrong with you?
Is the Kit Kat cereal?
There is a Kit Kat cereal. Check my Instagram feed.
I'll be right back.
I did a taste test of the Kit Kat cereal. It's on my Instagram. It's also on the Devo Spice Facebook page if that's easier to find. It's probably not. But anyway, here's let's do the catch-up thing.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke bailed and didn't show up.
Hey, what?
No, he's right.
So, Luke, what you been up to?
Well, I saw that Little Mermaid film, and I thought it was cool. So there's that. I also was a performer on Steve Goody's virtual comedy show this past Monday. So that was fun. The other comedy guest on that episode was Mark Price, who played Skippy on Family Ties.
Oh my God.
Cool.
So yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I knew he did comedy. I just haven't heard from him in years.
Wow.
I just thought it was funny. Like, I didn't know if it was Steve's mission to, book two guests who can compete with each other over who has the bigger reputation of being a nerd. So he probably wins because more people have heard of him. And other than that, I'm sorry, I spaced out there for just a second. I did an interesting little project that's been on my mind for the past, a pretty long time. I wanted to come up with a playlist of, what if Dr. Demento had released a 3 CD set, assuming those would still be a thing that exists in today's world, of songs from his show, starting from the year 1996 and going to today. And the reason why I chose that year is because of the 3, Dr. Demento compilations, the 20th anniversary, 25th anniversary, and 30th anniversary, the 30th being the most recent, the newest track that's on that collection is the Dungeons & Dragons sketch by Dead Alewife, which was first played on his show in 1996. So basically, viewing it as a supplementary thing to those 3 collections, what would a CD set be that represents the songs that have been the biggest hits on his show, and just kind of that whole vibe, representing the show from 1996 to today. So if somebody who hasn't listened to the show since back then wanted to here's what's been going on the show since then over the past, 27, 28 years, here's the playlist with every and basically I came up with a few criteria for the list. One was every song had to have been played on the Dr. Demento show at least once. Another was songs that had no songs that were created before 1995. I'm just trying to get to the post so I can read my own thingy here. There it is. Where was it? Yeah. Each act only gets to have one song of theirs on the set, with the exception of Weird Al Yankovic, who gets to have a maximum of 3. Each CD can only contain a maximum of 80 minutes of content, and I also threw in there for the sake of the people on the Dr. Demento Facebook group, because this was kind of meant to spur a discussion, that you're allowed to have your own personal biases influence your choices. So I posted that list up at the Dr. Demento Show official Facebook page, so you can go read it there. It was posted 2 days ago, and I made these 4 images that show kind of the initial, premise, and then and then 3 other images showing the track listing for each of the 3 CDs. So yeah, you can all go check that out for yourself. It was interesting, the only person who I asked for feedback on was I would happen to be hanging out with Tony Goldmark, and I told him about it, and I asked him which song of his he would pick, and the ones I was considering were Kill the Backstreet Boys, Sirius Black, Teeth Clenched, and The Guy on TV Is Not Happy, and he chose Sirius Black. Other than that, I had to kind of pick everybody's on my own. So for Devo Spice, I chose the Sudden Death song Cellular Degeneration. For Worm Quartet, I chose Great Idea for a Song.
Yeah, thank you.
And some people in the discussions mentioned Inner Voice, and of course that's, an amazing track, but I was trying to pick songs that were mainly like that individual artist, not them doing a team up, so that each song would really highlight that artist in and of themselves. So basically it's got some, some really cool, interesting comments. Gladly there is not much like negativity on there. The one thing that's kind of annoying me is that it seems like a bunch of people didn't like read my post, because their tracks are like, it needs to have more Weird Al in there, or it needs to have more Jonathan Colton in there, or it needs to have, or it was like, you should add this
Fish
song.
Heads?
Yeah, somebody. I'm pretty sure somebody said, "Where's Fish Heads?" or "Where's Dead Puppies?"
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And somebody else was like, well, wait, how come there aren't any of these old songs on there? It's like, because that's literally the premise. Like I said that the name of this fictitious collection would be Dr. Demento's 50th Anniversary Collection, 21st Century Dementia. And I didn't necessarily need to say 50th Anniversary Collection, but I kind of did that, not to be trolling, but just to kind of use a trolling tactic to like get people's attention more than just calling it 21st Century Dementia, because saying 50th Anniversary Collection would have meant more people would have clicked on it to see what songs were picked. But
it is a really good collection of songs. I do hope somebody sets up a playlist in Spotify for it.
Yes, somebody did. There's a link to it in
cool.
In the various comments. Somebody made one. I know not all of them are on Spotify. In particular, the song I chose for myself, "Stealing Like a Hobbit."
It will be.
It will be in about 3 weeks.
Okay.
So, so when that comes up, I'll message that guy and ask him to add it to the list. But the other 2 I was considering for myself were Snoopy the Dog, because Dr. D has said that's his favorite parody of mine, and When You Wish Upon a Death Star. But yeah, it's like,
I personally also like Snoopy over Stealing Like a Hobbit, but it's your call.
Yeah,
I think you're with Hobbit. Hobbit's an excellent choice.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that was the song that was really like, Dr. D had been playing my stuff since what was the first year, like 1996, and obviously Peter Parker was like a big, hello everyone, this is what I'm trying to do here, and then Hobbit was, like really kind of like was me kind of sticking the landing of like, yes, I am here. It's like I came here to make kick-ass comedy music songs and chew bubblegum. So yeah. Anyway, what was the other thing I was going to say about this? That I made my own on my iPod playlist of all these tracks. I did have to go onto iTunes to grab some of the ones because I don't have all of my CDs with me because they're all back in Wisconsin. But I had to grab a bunch of the earlier ones because I didn't have those handy. The only one I couldn't find anywhere, because it's one of those type of Dr. D songs that somebody just made and sent him and was never actually released anywhere, was The Devil Went to Jamaica by Travis Meyer. So I actually had to pull an episode of the Dr. D show up and kind of bootleg it off of that to add to my collection. So I listened to it when I was working the other day, and basically I just have to say, yes, I was correct. This is this collection pretty much is exactly the thing I was hoping it would be. So yeah. So everyone, like I said, go to the Dr. Demento Show official Facebook group, and you can check out the list and join the discussion and all that kind of good fandom stuff. And the only other thing is that after the show tonight, I will be going to see a film similar to this shirt, the Across the Spider-Verse sequel.
Can I come?
So yeah, very psyched for that. I actually used my AMC Stubs thing to get a ticket for a show at 2:00 this afternoon, but I stayed up super late last night working on a project, and when I went to bed, didn't set an alarm, and then I actually slept past the 2:00 showing. So I was like, damn it! So I've just made another reservation for tonight, and I'll go see it then. So that's what I've been up to. What have you been up to, Devo Spice?
I went to BaltiCon for the first time since 2017, and that was a lot of fun. I got to see the unaired pilot from Doctor Who from 1963, which isn't a whole lot different from the aired version. I think it's just like a different edit of the same footage, because it looks pretty much identical to An Unearthly Child. There were some rough cuts here and there in it, but they claimed I'd have to see that back to back with the released version to really notice the difference, which I may try to do at some point. My show was on Saturday evening, and it went pretty well. I had a good turnout. I got to meet Madison Matricula Roberts, who was there. She also had a concert, and we had a panel together on Sunday, so that was fun, on gear and talking about equipment and stuff like that for how people record and whatnot. So it was fun. It was a good weekend. And then I left. I didn't stay for Monday. I left on Sunday night, and then Monday, Darren and I went to Great Adventure for the first bit of roller coastering for the year. So that was fun.
Cool.
So,
speaking of gear, I finally got around to searching out the video I shot with Chris Mezzalesta on my phone back when he was here in 2019, and he helped me set my board and my preamp to the optimum levels so that things work well with this microphone. And they got screwed up a while ago because Kyle borrowed it for something he was working on, and then when he brought it back, it was everything's all not the way it's supposed to be. So it took me such a long time to find this stupid video, and then I posted it on my Facebook just so that I knew it was somewhere else so that I could find it again later. So hopefully this all sounds good coming through on your end here.
Yes. So, Shoebox, what have you been up to?
Oh my God, I've got a Kickstarter up. It has taken me forever to get this record done, but it's recorded. I've got actual songs made. They came from my face and things and other people and instruments and stuff, and so I'm really psyched about this. So that is of course on if you look for Kickstarter or Worm Quartet, whatever, or go to wormquartet.com, you'll find that. So that's up. Other than that, today was the hottest day we've had so far in Rochester. And so my wife went to turn the air conditioning on for the first time and discovered that her air conditioner no longer works. So I was at work when this happened, so it didn't affect me directly. I'm supposed to be working from home tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that or not but they're coming to, people are coming to look at it tomorrow. But that's a thing. What else is going on? Oh yeah, and I scratched my eye. I'm putting antibiotics in my eye now because I don't know how I did that, but I scratched my eye. So it's just this odd mix of things.
I was just going to ask how you scratched your eye, but if you don't know, I guess I won't ask.
I don't know. I think it's because I messed with it, because it felt like there was something in my eye, so I was messing with my eye because there was something in my eye. I'm like, hey, maybe I can get this out of my eye. And in the process, I've said I. How many times? Count the number of times I say I in this. But so I guess in the process I must have rubbed it into my eye and they'll scratch my eye, and then I had a swollen eye and it was all red and everything. And I'm at work and people are like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, my eye hurts a lot. I can't do anything useful." So I went to the doctor and got antibiotics, and now my eye's far better. You want to see? See if you can see the scratch or not. It's in there. It looks way better now. See, looks way better than the way you didn't see it.
I'm trying to imagine you with a big swollen red eye. So
it was a picture like the dad from Daria on that one episode.
OBS needs like Snapchat like filters so we can do that. And to just type in big swollen red eye and it just go boing. That'd be fun.
Twould.
So you posted a song.
I did.
Give us a quick intro. We'll give it a listen.
I will do that. So this is for the Pac-Man EP. I did a thing that I'm doing again now, where at a certain level, if you played to this level, you could tell me any subject, and I would write a short song on that subject. And there's this guy named Alex Barker he lives like a ways from Rochester, but he often comes to Rochester for my shows anyway. I don't know why, but he does that, and he comes and he watches me do things. And twice now, I have been on stage with MC Lars, about to do metric system, and has discovered that there is not a mic stand there for me. So, I mean, I'm supposed to be doing vocals and guitar, and you can't do both if you don't have a stand, because you can't like hold the thing and play. It doesn't work. So Mr. Barker came on stage and just held the microphone directly in my face while I performed the song, and he's done that twice. So he pledged at the level to request a song, and his request was the life and times of a human mic stand. So that inspired me, I guess, more than I expected it to, and this is a song.
Here is Mic Stand by Worm Quartet.
There's a song that's coming up, for which I poorly planned. I look around the stage and I don't see a fucking stand. With both hands occupied, playing my guitar, I quickly scan the audience and aha, there you are. Come be my mic stand. You can join me on the stage, holding forth the magic stick that amplifies my rage. You're a mic stand, and I feel like such a jerk. You paid to see my concert and I put your ass to work. Up there on the stage, standing tall and proud, armed outstretched to hold aloft the thing that makes me loud. Your peers are usually tripods or have a metal base, but you're the only one I've met with two legs and a face. You're a mic stand, and you stand there while I shout. I'm sorry if I spit on you, I hope it washes out. You're a mic stand, and I can't thank you enough. I wish I had more stage equipment that would buy my stuff.
Okay, there's supposed to be a guitar solo here, but you're just, like, staring at me, and you're, like, right there, and it's making me kind of self-conscious. Could you, like, look that way for a minute? Just for a minute. Okay, thanks.
Oh, you're a mic stand, holding mics is what you do. Hey, you got another hand, man, can you hold my water too? You're a mic stand, and I can't believe you're here. You paid to see my concert and I use you as my gear. You're a mic stand.
Okay, I'm playing Minneapolis tomorrow. Get in the trunk.
Perfect ending, yes.
Thank you.
So what did he think of this song?
He was very happy with it. So the version I initially sent him was a little shorter than this. It didn't have the middle bit with the guitar solo thing and all that. But I sent to him, and I played it for a couple other people who said, "Yeah, this is like, you should put this on the album." So I said, "Okay." So I added stuff and did so.
Yeah, it's a really good song. In fact, I got an email from somebody who I routinely exchange emails from, who said, "Dude, you have to play this Worm Quartet song on Manic Mondays. It's fucking great." And I was like, well, yeah, I'm gonna plug the the Kickstarter on Manic Mondays. I might as well, play it.
Yay! No. I'm glad that some person likes it.
So
that's neat.
I like the fact that you slowed down the vocals from your normal frantic pace. Makes it easier to understand.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in the new record, and that wasn't deliberate. It just sort of happened. Maybe it's because I'm old. But
Maybe
yeah,
it's because you're old. You can't do it as quite as fast.
I don't know if that's it or not. I mean, because on the other hand, Take the Fire Back is on here, and that's
that's brutally fast. Yes, I can attest to that.
As you know, you did an excellent job on that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Because I know that was because having tried to do both parts myself, that I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of it. It's easier to understand me on this one, but again, I didn't necessarily do anything differently other than I have mixed it a bit better, and I guess some of it's a little slower. Some of it, I don't know.
So I noticed you have artwork by the fabulous TV's Kyle again.
Oh my God! Yeah, he had actually. I forget how many years ago he made that for me because I had the idea for the album title a long time ago, and then I had the idea for I'm like, hey, it would be cool if it was like a bunch of monkeys on typewriters, and then one of them is like holding up a stage like and I said, hey Kyle, do you think you could do this because it'd be awesome? He said, yeah. And then a while later he sent me that, and then I had the idea for the Pac-Man EP, so I said, hey, Kyle, you did this. So, but yeah, he actually did this before he did the art for the Pac-Man EP, so he's just been waiting to see the end result for a long time, even though he knows what it looks like because he made it. So,
meanwhile, Kyle's probably like, oh, he doesn't like my artwork. He's not going to release the album. It's going to be like that one Cannibal Corpse album where the artwork's on the inside.
Now, having worked with me before, I think Kyle knows that I'm not prolific is not my thing. I take forever to do stuff. I don't know when that started happening. I mean, early in I put out like I don't know how many albums very quickly for a bit there, and then you can see if you draw a graph, it gets stupid how long it's been between
mine
records.
Does the exact same thing. I put out Dead Things Can Rap 2 in January of 1992, and then Noise Pollution was like March of 93, so it was like 14 months later I had a whole new album, and then Brain Dead was April of 95, so that one took 2 years, but still, and then it started getting further and further apart.
Yeah. On high school I put out I think in 2 years I put out 10 tapes.
Nice.
I've used like maybe 2 or 3 ideas from those tapes later, so that gives you some idea of what the quality level was.
It's weird if you go back and look at I grew up as a big fan of Abbott and Costello. If you look at their movies, they put out an average of 6 movies a year.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's insane to think about these days. And here we are putting out an album every 4 to 5 years if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Or sometimes longer.
This is my first full length since 2011. That is when Songs of the Maniacs.
Wow, really? It's been that long?
Yeah. I mean, I cheated by putting out an EP in 2020, and that seems like so.
Wow.
See, I've been working on this. I mean, some of these songs are from shortly after that. I mean, Fueled by Angst is on here, and that came out pretty much directly after Songs of the Maniacs. That was like not quite a leftover, but it's like I finished Songs of the Maniacs. I'm like, hey, wait, I could do this too. And then, that came out like right after that on the FuMP, and that's finally going to be on a record. I mean, that's from my 30s. That is from my 30s. And it's going to be on this alongside stuff that that's in my late 40s. Late.
That's wild. I can't remember the last time I did a song in my 30s.
I'm guessing if you subtract your age, you can probably figure it out.
So that would be 10 plus years ago. So that would be 2013. So what did I release in 2013?
Ooh. I have no idea.
Let's go find out.
I technically wrote Fake Adult in my 30s and then released it on my 40th birthday. So.
Oh, okay.
So you planned ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
go. So what did we say? 2013? Yeah, so 2013, going before my birthday. Oh, okay, I actually released a song on my birthday, companion application was released on my birthday in 2013.
Okay.
So that was when I turned 40. So the last song before that was Joko Got Jacked in January of 2013. So there you go. Important information for people to remember, because this will be on the FuMPFest trivia game. No, it won't. It totally won't.
That just came up. Joko Got Jacked just came up for me randomly on my YouTube Music a little bit ago, because I got it set up on my phone. I don't know how it ended up with the settings. I thought I turned it off. When it finishes playing whatever I'm listening to, it just starts playing random stuff it thinks I might like, and it hit me with Joko Got Jacked. I'm like, oh yeah,
Cool.
Sometimes it plays Worm Quartet for me. I'm like, well, okay, that's you hit your target audience. It's a good algorithm, but yeah, I've heard this.
I know this song. Wait a minute. What's really funny is when the randomizer pulls up one of your songs, you know it's one of your songs, but you can't place it because you haven't heard it in so long. You're like, wait a minute, I know this one.
That hasn't happened to me yet. I'm only 48. So
Okay.
I'm the youngest mofo on this call. Oh my god. I don't remember the last time I've been the youngest person on a Zoom call. This is new.
What the thing that reminded me of is one time I was at I was at Disney World used to have this the place that is now called Downtown Disney used to be called Pleasure Island, and they were trying to have it be a place where like teenagers and adults would hang out. Like
I remember that.
Yeah. So they had like a rock club there where you could just go there and people could dance or whatever. And I remember going there. This must have been like 1992. And I was just I was on a trip with my family, but I went out to Pleasure Island by myself just to hang out there. And the DJ, I heard what everybody else in the club thought was the beginning of Billy Idol's Cradle of Love start playing, like, and I'm like, I know that's not Cradle of Love. And then it got to and it was Weird Al's Polka Your Eyes Out. So like when I heard that, I slowly got to the middle of the dance floor and just waited for the moment, and then I started dancing like a total spaz when the polka just because I wanted to add to that guy's practical joke by being like the one person on the dance floor who knew what the hell was about to happen. And I remember that guy because it was like a kind of like there was the dance floor, but then there were like a couple levels of like balconies, and the DJ was up on one of the balconies, and he leaned over. The thing was like, yeah, because he saw me dancing. So yeah, identified the comedy music song. Name that tune.
Name that tune. Yeah, we could do a Name That FuMP at FuMPFest too. So tell us about the Kickstarter you have going on.
Alrighty. Well, yeah. There's a 9-minute video explaining it on the actual page, but yeah. The album's called Carpe Tedium. It's like 31 songs, I think, is what I've got on it. I mean, a lot of those are very short, mind you. I think probably a dozen of them or so fall into a suite of short songs. Not that I've ever done that before. And but yeah, it's got a bunch of guest stars on it. Devo, you of course are on it. MC Lars, Rin Bellavia, Brian Gruffner of the Gossicles, Insane Ian. Got a bunch of people on it, and it's got a bunch of songs. So some of them have already been out, but some of them are like brand new. I've got the one that amuses me is I played a short snippet of it during the little Kickstarter teaser video thing on the deal, but a while back it occurred to me, I'm too fat for the pit. I could totally do like a sequel to that called Too Old for the Pit, and I just kind of take the same basic thing. And then after I came up with that idea, I don't know how many people suggested the exact same thing to me. So
I was one of them.
Obvious about it. You were one of them.
I was one of them.
AskCat from the last Ticket for the Lost, asked me on the air if I was planning on doing that. I'm like, well, actually, yes, it's already recorded. So yeah, that got announced a little over there. But,
I was there for that too.
You were. This is all your fault. Oh my god.
Yes. See, Shoebox, he does parodies now, except only of his own songs.
I consider it a more of a sequel. Sure.
Okay.
I hope.
Like Human Beatbox Part 3. That was a joke for me and Luke.
Yes.
I accept it.
So yes, I am very much looking forward to new Worm Quartet. I enjoy listening to Worm Quartet.
Excellent. So
I have to wonder. Well, I mean, it's your albums always tend to be, you're the person that goes for quality over quantity, unlike me. So your albums always used to be short. So because you're putting it out on vinyl, that works out pretty much perfectly because
Yep.
the most a vinyl album can have is like 44 minutes.
Yep.
But the thing that I have to wonder is, when it comes to all the short songs, are they going to have like their each separate little like groove thing on the album, or are they all going to be like grouped together, or what? Or is that a surprise?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I mean, oh god, I'm psyched that it's going to be on vinyl. I was very happy the Pac-Man EP was, and this is yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work, but yeah, we'll find out together.
It's like I can just picture somebody being like putting the vinyl on, like, oh, I want you to hear this song by Worm Quartet, Pile of Stuff, and then like they're like just trying to get the needle right at the beginning of
15,
the pile
16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
So what do you do if the song is shorter than one rotation of the record with the spacer? I mean, how does that work?
Do I have any that short on there? Probably. I guess again, we're all going to find out together. This is we're gonna.
You have to put broom
figure out the
broom
limits of the
broom on
medium.
vinyl.
Put what now?
Broom 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 on vinyl.
Well, that's not my shortest one, is it?
Is it? I don't know. It's a really short one. I know that. You know what?
I got one called Toastorama, which is this long. Toastorama!
Yes.
That might be longer. I'm not sure. But, no.
Napalm Death has a song called Dead, which is literally just dead. That has to be on vinyl somewhere. Somebody needs to find that and check the grooves and see how they did it.
Okay. Now, do I have all on vinyl? I don't think I have the Descendants all on vinyl. Okay, first off, I have to order that. Second, because the first track on that is called All, and it's just All! And that's the entire song. So, I mean, that could answer the question.
Yes, it would.
Anybody watching who has All on vinyl, first off, send it to me. Secondly, tell me. Just post something in Twitch. There's not enough of you, is there? Okay. Yeah. I wanted to cover that.
All?
I covered it live. Yeah, I covered it live once. I think I should probably give it a studio treatment.
So when are you hoping to have the album available, like in people's hands?
The date that I've got on the on the site is in December, and I'm kind of erring on the conservative side here because vinyl manufacturing is kind of long, and right now it looks like it could probably pull it in from that, but I don't know that for sure. So I'm trying to err on the conservative side and keep it December. The actual digital versions, because anybody who orders is going to get the digital version before the before it goes to all the streaming platforms and all that. And that I'm guessing August. So
Okay, cool.
pretty damn soon. Because like I said, it's recorded. I'm still tweaking stuff here and there, and I got to get it mastered and all those glorious things. But yeah, it's damn thing's done. Which. My God, dude, it's been way the hell too long since I've been able to say that.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I don't care if nobody else is.
Yay! Me too.
I am thoroughly looking forward to it, and let me see here. Okay, on Faster Than a Speeding Mullet, Lice and Rice is 4 seconds long. Is that an actual song, or is that just...
That's an actual song.
Okay, so yeah.
Lice in my laundry, rice in my milk.
So yeah, as best I can tell, like on my iTunes here, Lice and Rice 4 seconds long is your shortest song, as well as side 2 intro from the Pac-Man EP. It's also 4 seconds long.
Axe Jacks in the chat room says "You Suffer" by Napalm Death is 1.3 seconds long, so that might be the winner.
Okay.
Didn't like Durwood Bowen do a parody of that so he could have like the shortest parody of all time?
He did a parody of "Dead" by Napalm Death, yeah, which is called "I Parodied This Why," which doesn't scan at all, but it worked.
Neat.
All right.
Oh, you reminded me of something, and I can't remember what it was now. So clearly, you didn't actually remind me of something. You do a terrible job of reminding me of things, Devo, and you should feel very bad about yourself.
I'm sorry. I suck.
Okay.
Just ask my wife.
Oh, and let me give a tip to people who are going to be donating to the Kickstarter. I didn't realize this until it got to like the next step, but that you can do add-on things. So,
Yes.
because I was trying to figure out, it's like, well, I want a CD and I want the video game T-shirt and I want the vinyl. How can I get all three? And I was, kind of weighing my options, and I made my chart and everything. And then I realized, oh wait, I can just get the CD and T-shirt combo, and then do the vinyl as an add-on, and that would be like, that would save me some money and make sure I still got all of the things I wanted the most.
I
So-
love that you made a chart, because I don't even think Shoebox made
Yeah.
a chart.
I did not make a chart. No, this is. I'm honored that I made you make a chart.
So I was sitting
You know,
there, I kept-
and I'm willing to bet. I mean, I have known you for how long now?
At least 20 some odd years.
Because you knew me before I had a kid, and he's an adult now. So when? Oh my God! So 2002 probably, right? Because we met like right at or 2003 maybe, because we met like right after the whole Funny 25 thing.
Yeah.
In 2002, I reached out to congratulate you, and we started talking after that. So 2003, I guess.
Yeah.
Is this the first time that something I have done has caused you to make a chart?
Something that, like, solely you have done, yes. You are a part of other charts I've made. I do.
I'm in charts.
I have a chart of all of the people who have ever been guests at MarsCon, so I can keep track of, like, okay, who's all been here, what years were they here, what, were they ever the guest of honor? So I have a special, like, color code for that and all that stuff. Just so
I have one of those too.
Yeah. So, so yes. Yeah, and I guess you could say in a way I did sort of make a chart to make that playlist that I was talking about at the beginning of the show, because I had to figure out who of all of my it's like the big famous acts. It's kind of like, okay, fine, it's really easy to pick which songs of theirs that I want to do, but the ones that are my friends who, like, I really love their whole discography, I have to narrow it down. So it's like, okay, for Worm Quartet, is it going to be great idea for a song? Is it going to be Frank's not in the band anymore? Is it going to be Fueled by Angst? Is it going to be Brandon? Is it going to be, what was the fifth one? There was like a fifth, I'm forgetting another Worm Quartet song that I was going to
Dear God.
Might have been. And then same with Devo Spice, because I had to have Devo Spice and the sudden death thing. So I made a whole chart for that, just to do the initial run through of, I was mainly using the Funny 25 playlist as my main culling of that information. So like I said, once it got down to that, I kind of organized, I made the list, and then I organized it, in a spreadsheet, and then I clicked the things that organized by artist, and I'm like, okay, these are the things I have to pick from. So yes, I make charts.
Okay. Now, I think what you should do is you should put out a hardcover book, like collecting all of your charts, and just. I mean,
like, it's like Disney puts out all those books, like the Art of Frozen. These would be the charts of Luke Ski.
the charts of Luke Ski. There you go.
I approve this idea. All right, so Shoebox, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, I'm putting out a book of charts. I'm releasing an album. It's going to be basically the same length as my other ones, only now it's on vinyl, so I have an excuse, as Luke pointed out. And that's happening. So it's if you go to wormquartet.com, it's probably the easiest way for me to say a thing that will get you to link to it, because otherwise, you got to go to Kickstarter and search for Worm Quartet, and then there's two old things you might find. So wormquartet.com will get you there.
That's a good slogan to have on your business card. Wormquartet.com. We'll get you there.
Ocean
the most
breeze soap
boring
will
part.
get you clean.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so just let people wonder where you're going to get them. Just don't even explain it. Just, we'll get you there.
It's Delaware. You know it's Delaware.
Yeah, it's going to be Delaware.
It's got to be Delaware. Freaking Delaware.
All right. We're going to do some news and shit. Here we go.
Attention comedy musicians and comedy music fans, the Logan Awards are taking open nominations for outstanding comedy songs and videos released last year for this year's awards. Did you release a comedy song or music video in 2022, or have a favorite comedy song or video that was released then? Then nominate it for the Logan Awards today. The Logan Awards are essentially the Comedy Music Awards, sponsored annually by the Funny Music Project and are presented in 3 categories: Outstanding Original Comedy Song, Outstanding Parody Song, and Outstanding Comedy Music Video. If you have a comedy song that was released in 2022 that you'd like to nominate for 2023's awards, head to LoganAwards.com and click the Nominations tab at the top. There is a minimum and maximum of 5 nominations per person. Hurry! Nominations close this year on June 30th. For more details about Logan himself, the awards, and more, check out LoganAwards.com. Help us commemorate the year's best comedy songs and music videos with a trophy, the way they do with every other form of entertainment. But if you want your favorites to win, you have to nominate them by June 30th. Get your nominations in now at LoganAwards.com, brought to you by FuMP.com.
Time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, as we just talked about, the Worm Quartet Kickstarter is now live for the new album Carpe Tedium. Shoebox is looking to raise $7,000. As of this recording, he is almost there at $5,810, so about $1,200 to go. So you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Go to Kickstarter.com, search for Worm Quartet. The album you want is Carpe Tedium. As you just heard, the Logan Awards are now accepting nominations for the 2023 Logan Awards. Any song released during the calendar year of 2022 is eligible. It must be a comedy song, and it must have been released during the calendar year of 2022. And you must nominate 5 songs because that's how the software works. Sorry. Go to LoganAwards.com, click on nominations, and submit your songs this month. Nominations will close on June 30th. Drew Jacobs has a new live album available. Thanks to Eclectic Lee for pointing me to this. It's called Get Your Ha-Has Out. It features 10 tracks recorded at the Linda, WAMC's Performing Arts Studio in Albany, New York. This is available for free at drewjacobs.bandcamp.com, so go get that. And Austin Ashleman's catalog is now available on Bandcamp. Needlejuice co-founder Austin Ashleman has unleashed a massive Bandcamp archive. Navigate through the Smashy Claw years, terrible childhood recordings, and a mountain of demos to future projects. His Needlejuice debut, Backstage, is in production. This is all now available at smashyclaw.bandcamp.com. And I haven't updated the website yet because I haven't gotten the updated bio and photo yet, but I can confirm another performing artist for FuMPFest, Bonnie Gordon, will be joining us for FuMPFest.
Woohoo!
All right. Anybody got anything before tour dates? I'll take that as a no.
Yay.
All right. Saturdays on Twitch, Jake Dewar. Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goody hosting at the Bluebird. Mondays online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel at virtualcomedyshow.com. June 2nd through 4th in Charlotte, North Carolina, Mikey Mason. June 9th in Chula Vista, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 9th, online, Carla Ulbrich. On the 10th in Covington, Louisiana, the Consortium of Genius. On the 10th in San Diego, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. And on the 12th, on the Virtual Comedy Show, will be Carla Ulbrich. So tune in for that. All right. Second song this week is by newcomer John Misher. We were supposed to have an interview scheduled with him, and unfortunately something came up, and he wasn't able to make it. So we will catch him after he submits his next song. Here is I Got Snacks.
Man, I think these girls only like me for one reason, man. You know, 'cause I got snacks. No, man, I'm telling you. Listen.
I got snacks. Reese's Pieces, Cheez-Its, Harvest Snaps. Snacks on snacks. Yeah, I got snacks. Doritos, Fritos, Cheetos, Cracker Jacks. I got snacks.
Yeah, you can find me in the supermarket. I'll be in aisle 6. Getting Pringles, pretzels, Funyuns, popcorn, sour cream, and onion chips. Salsa, queso, black bean, jalapeno, and French onion dips. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Got a bunch more snacks here on my list. Slim Jims, Wheat Thins, Goldfish, Triscuits, honey roasted peanuts. I'm the aisle 7 custodian because I always clean up. Need all of my Hostess cakes, them Twinkies, ding dong zebras. These ho-hos only like me for one reason, and that's because
I got snacks, Reese's Pieces, Cheez-Its, Harvest Snaps. Snacks on snacks, yeah, I got snacks. Doritos, Fritos, Cheetos, Cracker Jacks. I got snacks.
got this one girl only likes me for my hot and spicy jerky. But as soon as that bag's done, she's up and leaving in a hurry. Got this one girl only likes me for my fruit and a granola. Takes the pecans, almonds, cranberries, and leaves me with the hold up. Hold up. Damn. Just raisins? What the? Damn. Butterfinger BBs, Gushers, Shark Bites, damn I also miss Dunkaroos, Doritos, 3D, and them Baby Crisps. If you want to compare snacks with me, I will be the winner. I got Sun Chips, hot fries, cheddar, Chex Mix, Bugles for my fingers.
I got snacks, Reese's Pieces, Cheez-Its, Harvest Snaps. Snacks on snacks, yeah, I got snacks. Doritos, Fritos, Cheetos, Cracker Jacks. I got snacks.
Nutter Butters, mini muffins, snickerdoodle cookies. Got them rare apple pie Oreos, man, I am not a rookie. I put Snickers on my Kit Kats, on my Paydays, on my Twix. Yeah, I put Smarties on my Jolly Ranchers, on my Junior Mints. I just copped a box of Keeblers and a can of Cheese Whiz. You can't snack like I snack, this is what my expertise is. All my snacks are dynamite, I am the Snackosaurus. Eating Ben & Jerry's fish food as I swim back to the chorus.
I got snacks, Reese's Pieces, Cheez-Its, Harvest Snaps. Snacks on snacks, yeah, I got snacks. Doritos, Fritos, Cheetos, Cracker Jacks. I got snacks.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback, you know that segment of the show we do about now?
Feedback.
Feedback.
Draconosaurus. Draconosaurus. Draconosaurus.
Draconis wrote, to Waffle McPackety Snoots, hi, damn it, have you nippled your nipply nippleness, damn it? Hi, Waffly Pac-Man. Yes,
Hey,
Shoebox.
those are some
yes.
impolite waves there.
What?
Yes, exactly. All right, that's all the feedback we got. So,
teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. And I have a joke.
Yeah.
tomorrow's song is by Jeff Whitmire.
Woohoo!
And Tuesday's song is by Insane Ian.
Hooray!
And
I like both of them.
Crap, I'm blanking on his name. The Right Reverend Jarvis T. Hornswoggle song that I teased last week is coming up. We just had to reshuffle the schedule a bit because somebody emailed me and said, hey, I'm doing a Kickstarter. Can I sneak a song in?
God damn it, Luke. What's wrong with you? Why do you do these things?
I'm sorry. I make charts. What do you want for me?
Charts. In a hardcover collection. I've made this very clear.
Wait. when is Chart Week on Discovery?
Oh, God.
All right, I need a topic for this week's Spotify playlist. Any suggestions?
Charts.
Charts. I don't think there's enough songs about charts.
Oh, man. I can't wait for the internet to prove you wrong.
How about math?
Math. Sure. I can do that.
I'm going to make ChatGPT write a whole album of songs about charts.
Please do. You can even say in the style of the Great Luke Ski, and it will try.
Yeah. It's terrifying, some of the stuff that is done.
All right. Shoebox, plug yourself one more time.
Hi, I'm Shoebox. I do a thing called Worm Quartet. I have a Kickstarter. It's if you go to wormquartet.com, you can get to it. Go to Kickstarter and search for Worm Quartet, you'll probably find it. The album's called Carpe Tedium. It's coming out on vinyl. It's coming out on CD. It's coming out on cassette for some damn reason. I still don't understand what is it with the cassettes. But it's Needle Juice Records is putting it out because they're glorious. And it's happening. There's a bunch of rewards you can get for it, including T-shirts and ponchos and USB drives and rare out-of-print Dr. Demento basement tape CDs and the ability to have me write a personalized song for you, or to have me perform in your house /cave /abandoned Ames, whatever, or you can even have me and Devo also, who I'm pointing in the direction that Devo isn't on my screen. It doesn't matter at all because you're seeing one person at a time right now.
Yes,
or
but you are oddly pointing in the direction that I am in real life relative to you. If I remember the orientation of your house correctly, that is south you're pointing to, right?
Why do you remember the orientation of my house?
I don't know.
Because he has a chart, duh.
All right. John Misher
We should call
is
Chris
on...
Mezzalesta and do some sketches. That would be good.
Yes, we should. John Misher is on YouTube at Johnny Biceps. Look up his stuff there. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski. Look, and there's Shoebox right there.
I am.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, shout it to random people on the street, and be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
"Fuck you! We make charts now!"